This episode of TMDE Sports is brought to you by Fanatics.com for all your official licensed gear. Lamar Jackson got his money. And what the hell happened with the Cleveland Cavaliers this year? Who do we blame? Bickerstaff, Mobley, Mitchell? Let's have a conversation. Catch us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Radio Line, and Spreaker. Let's get it. Good evening, YouTube, Facebook, and all the social media networks. It's TMDE Sports. We talk about everything that's going on in the sports world and our beloved Cleveland Browns. And as you know, the draft is going on tonight. We got a couple things we want to talk about. Let's introduce the cast before we get to that. Christy Acuity is in the building, and she got a special guest. Peanut Princess Zoe's in the building. What's going on?
Hello.
Hey guys, we're just hanging out tonight, and I decided to bring my mini me on. So.
Mini me.
No doubt. Aaron Simpson's in the building. He got the USFL on. Aaron, what's good, player?
Hey, man, it's all good, man. We're going to talk playoffs. We're going to talk Bickerstaff. Hey, and it's a new signing. Let's get it.
All right. And last but lost my little marker for a minute. Last but never least, the British Bulldogs is in the building. Pete Barker, let him know.
He's here. Live and direct. Come on, let's get it on.
Are you in your man cave, Pete?
I'm in my man cave, yes.
Yay! Live from the Acuity Asylum.
All right, y'all. Hot news, hot take, news flash, and all that good shit. Lamar Jackson has finally agreed to terms with the Baltimore Ravens for $260 million.
What?
Lamar, the highest paid quarterback, but not the highest guaranteed, but the highest paid quarterback.
Get that money
a year. And the greatest thing, he did it without a goddamn agent. This to me is setting a new precedent in the field. So real quick, I want you guys to elaborate on that. How do y'all feel about Lamar getting his money and he didn't need nobody to do it?
Totally deserved.
Go ahead, Pete. How you feel?
Totally deserved. Okay. Don't doubt the man, honestly. But I will say one thing: if you get 17 games out of him next season, well done, Baltimore.
17 full games.
All right.
Listen.
Aaron, how you feel about Lamar Jackson getting his money?
Hey, man, bravo. I'm for everybody getting paid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to be, I don't think that they'll still be better than the Browns, but I still say it makes our division a lot harder that he ended up signing. But I tell you what, man, get that money. You out there risking your life. You don't need an agent to tell you how much you're worth. Everybody needs to pick that up and stop letting people live off their energy. You know what I mean? These are athletes that put their life on the line. People come to see them. They set the trends. The power should be away from the owners and into the players' hands. So I'm glad, and keep signing big contracts because that means they're going to get bigger. I mean, shoot, let's do it.
All right.
True.
All right. The BFO Cutie family, how do y'all feel about Lamar Jackson? And he's still in the NFC North. It is what it is.
I could care less. I mean, it's Baltimore. Remember, I don't care.
What you mean you can care? He's playing us. How can you not care?
Then I wish they didn't.
Lamar is definitely in my opinion, one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. So them signing him does suck for us, but he 100% well deserved that.
True.
Yes.
And without an agent's insane.
Yeah.
And what was it? 260 mil? You say?
260 mil, 5 years.
Okay. Now the man needs to get a decent haircut. Okay. 260 mil, get yourself a haircut, brother.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, Pete, straight up.
I can do it.
Let him grow a while. Hey, you know why he let it grow? Because it's 6 and 9. It's ether. It goes no, seriously. It raises up to the sun. It heightens his intelligence. It makes him quicker. That's why he moves faster than everybody else. Because he's connected to the universe's antennas. So grow your hair out, baby. All right.
Bow to your knowledge.
Let it hang to the floor. All right, y'all.
I got enough for all of us.
Let's get to the main event.
Is it ether though? Let's go. Come on, let's move it.
All right.
14-3.
as you well know, the first round for the Cleveland Cavaliers is over. Who is to blame? Is it JB Bickerstaff? Is it Evan Mobley? Is it Garland? Is it Mitchell? We failed miserably. I have my reservations about this whole thing. So I want to ask the cast, who is to blame for this debacle in Cleveland right now?
You.
Anybody go first?
Wow.
You.
Straight
You
out.
put the kibosh on them. Yeah.
No.
Last time we were all talking, you were the
Go
one
ahead,
that said they do horrible against
Okay,
them.
no, you go ahead. Who's to
You
blame?
spoken into the universe.
Yep.
Hey, Christy.
What?
Christy,
Am I right?
you're the Jedi in this group. So
Yeah,
you're the one who speaks it into existence as far as that goes.
He was too powerful. His negative energy was too powerful for my positive energy. I just couldn't. I just couldn't handle it this time. But hey, look, the heater's still in it. Look at Kevin Love.
Oh man, that's what.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad too. I'm glad about Love.
Yeah.
Who do you blame for this? Like I'm saying, out of everything that's going on,
there's no iron team.
Yeah,
There's no iron team.
if you'd have asked me yesterday, I would have said Bickerstaff, his arse has got to go out.
Okay.
But I've had time to think about this now, and this is a very young team. Okay.
Yes.
And if you'd have asked any Cavs fan at the beginning of the season, we're going to be number 4. We're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Let's see what our young team can do. Most people would have said, shake your hand on that, I'll take it. That represents progress, okay? It's a young team. They've got to learn.
Yeah.
Okay.
They've got
I
to learn.
I totally agree.
Aaron, who do you blame, bro?
Who do
Man,
I
totally
blame?
agree. I don't blame anyone. I totally agree with Pete. I mean, we always talk about business and how every day we might set our goals really high, but we have to take one step at a time to climb to get higher. When I think about those old teams with the Chicago Bulls, when we see Michael Jordan, he went up against the Boston Celtics. He scored 63 points, but they were out in the first round. See, the thing is about basketball, maturity wins championships. And we have a team, if we go down the line and we just look at the ages, I mean, think about it. Jared Allen, 25. Darius Garland, 23. Donovan Mitchell, 26. Evan Mosley is 21. He's younger than his brother that's on the team. They're babies. Like I told you last year, remember I said, Marcus, I said they'll do good the first half, but after All-Star weekend, I knew they were going to be drained because those are high school and college kids. Then I used to play 82-game seasons. Now they play 82 games and they got to the playoffs. And I won't lie, man, the Madison Square Garden, it gets very, very tight. And I think them losing in Madison Square Garden just took the air out of them. And you know, really, I look at Giannis when he was younger for the Bucks. He was skinny, and then he got into the gym. Evan, get into the gym, my man. And I think a big thing about it is, like I said, man, it's the love. I really wish they would have kept Kevin Love because he could have got physical down there, and he could have did some things to get some rebounds. I don't blame Bickerstaff because the one thing you want from a coach is unity amongst the team. Those young guys love each other, and they're going to fight hard together. I would not trade Darius Garland because Darius Garland, he's always one thing away from finishing, one thing away. He went from being one of the worst draft picks as a rookie to jumping into the All-Star game as a sophomore. Now he went to the playoffs in his 3rd year. His 4th year, we're going to see the real Darius Garland. So stick with everybody. Be happy with what we got. We had a great season. We weren't going to win the championship. Don't get that twisted. But we have the best young talent in basketball. We stick together. Like I said, nothing but love, right, Christy?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Give some love and get us a good three that can score. And hey, the Cavaliers be dynamite next year. Hey, I'm proud of you young guys, but you know what? I wish you would still be playing. I thought you were still going to be playing. It's all right to be wrong sometime. Let's talk about that heat and love.
Yeah.
Right, hold on. I gotta elaborate on something that you said too. And I said this, and my man Al Hatter. I said the Cavs don't have a good 3 guard, and you just basically verified exactly what I've said. Here's my thing. I blame Bickerstaff because them rotations were horrible, and when it comes to that, he just wasn't prepared for this level right now. And I don't want to say get fired, I'm willing to give him a chance, but at the same time, here's another person I blame. I blame Kobe Altman. Because if it wasn't for Kobe Altman, them working out that buyout deal with Kevin Love, maybe Kevin Love possibly could have stayed here. But there was no way to keep Love with that contract and keep Mitchell with, and pay him for the future. So it was kind of, they put themselves in a pickle, man, and just couldn't get the lid off. You know what I mean? So and like you said, with Mobley too, Mobley being a little light in the ass, and people elaborated on that, put on some weight. I felt he came up weak at that rim, the rim protection. I don't know what happened to Jared. I could have stuck Lopez out there for a minute just to see, because Lopez, he's not gonna let those dudes. He coming in the game, he was putting up a little points. He because he got that weight. So it's more Bickerstaff and Altman, because they should have put their heads together. They knew they was doing good. You made this deal to get Donovan. Now, what do? The bench is weak. The bench is not deep. So next year, get another couple players for that bench.
You just got to take little steps. Just take little steps. I mean, you can't go from here to here in one step. You've got to take boom, 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 boom. It's a learning curve.
Uh-oh. The pick is in. As you well know, the draft is on right now. The Carolina Panthers selected Bryce Young is the number 1 pick. Bryce Young will be a Carolina Panther. Wow,
they needed a QB.
It is another short ass QB.
No.
It is what it is. I just want to put that out there if you're watching the show or whatnot. So, we're gonna wrap it up here in a minute. Anybody else got anything to say about the Cavs and the debacle, and how they feel about and what they looking forward to for next season?
We just said they've got to take tiny steps.
I think the next step is to get to the playoffs and be again another top 4 team, which they were. Get to the playoffs and win a series. I think the key to that is to get some toughness down low and to get a 3 that can really score. So it's definitely feasible. It's definitely feasible. I think, Evan, like you said, get in the gym, and the rest of y'all just keep doing what you're doing, keep growing, and stay together.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else? Christy?
I just feel like there's the biggest thing about young teams is they have to be able to work together. They can't constantly look at it as a competition against each other, because they are one team. And a lot of the times those younger players want to be like, oh, I'm better. Oh, I'm better. So that might be a big thing that might have to come into play too, is the coaches have to be able to be like, you guys need to work together as a team and understand that you guys are united, not separate.
Now that's where a good coach comes in. That's where a good coach comes in. All right.
And the thing about it is, they're almost too nice, because they're deferring to Donovan. They need to all step up and be as good as Donovan. You see what I mean? Sometimes I catch them looking around watching for Donovan. But Darius, you have the ball. Be a little more aggressive. Evan, be confident, Evan. Don't just get loose ball scores. I mean, set yourself up to make a play. Get down on that block and call for the ball. Those things. Like you said, you got to get a balance on who does what, we do what, and we're a team. Now, they all lovey-dovey. They like to hug and everything, and that's cool. But you know what? They defer too much. They defer too much to Donovan. It's time for the rest of y'all to step up on Donovan's level, get some fire under your ass, and go ahead and go for it.
No more free autonomy. I didn't like that for Mitchell. I like Spider. It was just too much free autonomy for him to just jack up these crazy shots. He had those games where he would just go in. They would just seem like he couldn't miss, and it didn't happen in the playoffs. So It is what it is, y'all. So we at the end of the show, I want to thank the cast. I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all so much.
Oh, we love you too.
No doubt. And like I say every week, go Browns, bitches. And we'll see y'all next week. And let's keep an eye on the Browns and see what they do. But we won't see shit today.
No.